Hey Legends, it's Tuesday. Today, we will be honoring and remembering the 215 Indigenous children that never returned home from Kamloops Residential School. We also have an announcement from student activities. Today's broadcast is directed by Guntis Alec and Aaron Padbury, and your studio engineers are Brendan Gestel and Renee Cadero. Your writer for today is Julian Lau. LOHS TV is brought to you by the Lillian Osborne Parent Association.
Good morning, Legends. I'm Adam Alumi, and this is LOHS TV for Tuesday, June the 8th, 2021. We acknowledge that we are on Treaty 6 territory, a traditional meeting grounds, gathering place, and traveling route to the CREE, SAULTEAUX, Blackfoot, MÉTIS, DENE, and NAKOTA. We acknowledge all the many First Nations, Métis, and Inuit whose footsteps have marked these lands for centuries. On May 27th, we learned of the discovery of 215 missing children's remains found at British Columbia's former residential school in Kamloops. The discovery of these children is a reminder of the harms inflicted upon them and the survivors because of the Canadian residential school system. The Kamloops Residential School was part of the Canadian residential school system, established as part of the government policy of forced assimilation that resulted in the oppression of generations of Indigenous children. It was one of more than 130 such schools that operated in Canada between 1874 and 1996. The children who attended these schools suffered, and that suffering continues as the survivors and their communities continue to suffer as a result of their treatment. As a school community, we will continue to work towards the Truth and Reconciliation Commission's calls to action by developing staff and student awareness that acknowledges the trauma caused by the past and current assimilationist policies enforced against Indigenous people across Canada. As an act of reflection, acknowledgement, and solidarity, please stand and join us in a moment of silent reflection.
To read more about the Kamloops residential schools, visit the links in our description. Accessing and viewing records within the NCTR archives may be a traumatic experience for survivors and their families. If at any time you feel the need to speak with someone, a national crisis line is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Residential School Survivor Support Line is 1-866-925-4419. Emotional, cultural, and professional support services are also available to survivors and their families through the Indian Residential School Resolution Health Support Program. Services can be accessed on an individual, family, or group basis in Alberta. The phone number can be found down below. Adam?
If you would like to take action, write a letter to your Member of Parliament seeking a forensic search of all property used at any time for residential schools. Write a letter to your MP seeking clean and potable drinking water for every Indigenous person in Canada. Write a letter to your MP seeking a minimum standard of housing according to provincial building codes for all Indigenous peoples in Canada. Wear an orange shirt and encourage others to learn about the orange shirt. Take a pledge of reconciliation by visiting the Indigenous Corporate Training, Inc. website. Read the Truth and Reconciliation Commission report. Take action on any of the calls to action and hold others accountable to doing the same. Learn about the UN Declaration of the Rights of Indigenous People. Donate to the Indian Residential School Survivor Society. As well, all these websites can be accessed through the links in our description. That concludes our special portion of today's broadcast. Additional information can be found by visiting the Student Solidarity Committee website, and that link is listed down below. And now, let's go over to Claire for more announcements for today. Claire?
Thank you, Adam. From student activities, make sure you get in your votes for grade 11 and 12 reps as well as our student council president. The Google form that was sent to your school email will only be accepted by EPSB emails. So if you're using a personal device like a cell phone, you'll need to log in to your share.epsb email on the internet browser a second time to be sure you're able to access it. I promise, legends, the form works. Voting will be available until the end of school day on Wednesday, with winners being announced live on LOHS TV on Thursday morning. Thank you for engaging in the democratic process, legends. Now let's go over to Annie for today's weather. Annie?
Thanks, Claire. In weather today, we have a high of 18 and a low of 9. And unfortunately, there's a very high chance of rain today, so legends, get those umbrellas ready. Now let's head back to Adam at the desk. Adam?
Thank you, Annie. And that's it for today's announcements. As always, remember to physically distance, wash those hands, wear those masks, and don't forget to do the COVID-19 daily checklist before coming to school every day. For more information, please check School Zone and follow us on Instagram and Twitter at LOHS_legends. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that bell icon. For LOHS TV, Yelda Ukraine, Claire Gutta, and Annie Sharma, I'm Adam Alumi, and just remember to be legendary.